Welcome to what may be the most brutal opening 2 days in Wimbledon history. Day 1 alone saw massive carnage. Number 9 seed Daniil Medvedev fell to Benjamin Bonzi. 8 seed Rune lost a 5-set thriller to Nicolas Jarry after leading 2 sets, and number 24 Stefanos Tsitsipas retired with injury. But Day 2 has delivered the biggest shock of all. World number 3 Jessica Pegula eliminated by Italy's Elisabetta Cocciaretto, ranked 116th. The final score, 6-2, 6-3 in just 58 minutes.
The 2-day casualty list is staggering. Day 1 was brutal enough with the men's seeds dropping like flies in record heat, 33 degrees Celsius, the hottest opening day in Wimbledon history. Then Day 2 continued the carnage with Pegula's stunning defeat. This is the fastest defeat of a top 5 seed at a major since 2022, and Cocciaretto becomes the first Italian, male or female, to beat a top 3 seed at Wimbledon since the Open era began in 1968.
The statistics tell the story of complete domination. 17 winners to Pegula's 5 served flawlessly without facing a single break point, while Pegula made 24 unforced errors. This wasn't just an upset, this was a statement performance on the biggest stage in tennis.
Today we're examining the earthquake that has shaken Wimbledon to its core across 2 devastating days. How does a player go from beating former world number 1 Iga Swiatek on grass just 5 days ago to losing in straight sets to someone ranked outside the top 100? We'll break down not just Pegula's Day 2 shock exit, but the broader carnage that began on Day 1 and made this the most unpredictable start to Wimbledon in recent memory. Let's put this 2-day massacre in perspective. Day 1 of Wimbledon 2025 was historic for all the wrong reasons. The hottest opening day ever recorded at 33 degrees Celsius and a bloodbath for seeded players. Medvedev lost to Benjamin Bonzi in 4 sets. Rune blew a 2-set lead to lose to Nicolas Jarry in 5, and Tsitsipas retired injured against Valentine Royer. The women saw Yelena Ostapenko fall to Sane Cardle. Then Day 2 delivered Pegula's historic defeat.
What makes these upsets particularly shocking is the context and timing. Pegula had just defeated former world number 1 Iga Swiatek 6-4, 7-5 to win Bad Homburg 5 days earlier. Medvedev reached the Wimbledon semifinals last year. Rune was coming off decent grass court preparation, yet over 2 brutal days they all fell. The combination of extreme heat on Day 1 and continued upsets on Day 2 created an unprecedented start to the tournament.
Pegula's serve, which she called terrible after the match, was a major factor. She got only 52% of first serves in play and struggled enormously on her second serve. She also wore tape on her left knee, though she insisted afterward that the knee wasn't bothering her and wasn't holding her back.
Cocciaretto's performance was remarkable given her recent struggles. She was ranked 43rd this time last year, but dropped to 116th after being hospitalized for a month and missing significant time. She said she couldn't wait for this match to start and had been practicing intensely, motivated by missing Wimbledon 2024 due to illness.
Match statistics paint a clear picture. Pegula won only 5 games total, the second fewest by any women's top 3 seed in a Wimbledon opener since the Open era began. She committed 4 double faults and made 24 unforced errors. Her first serve percentage of 52% was well below her usual standards.
What made Cocciaretto so effective was her aggressive return of serve. She took the ball early and redirected Pegula's pace brilliantly. Her 17 winners showed she wasn't just defending, she was actively taking control of points. The fact she never faced a break point demonstrates how well she served under pressure.
Pegula's post-match comments were telling. She said, "It's so frustrating when something you've been working on so much doesn't come and help you when you want it to, especially on grass." She praised Cocciaretto, saying she played kind of insane, and acknowledged she couldn't turn anything around during the match.
This result breaks several significant streaks for Pegula. She had won 17 consecutive first-round matches at Grand Slams since 2021. Her last first-round Grand Slam loss was at the 2020 French Open against Aryna Sabalenka. She came into Wimbledon with a 35-12 record this year and 3 titles already.
Wimbledon has historically been Pegula's most challenging Grand Slam. She had just a 62% winning percentage here entering today, her lowest among all majors. Her best Wimbledon result was reaching the quarterfinals in 2023. This early exit will drop that winning percentage even further.
From a tournament perspective, this mass exodus of seeds has blown the draws wide open. Entire sections that were supposed to be dominated by top players are now up for grabs. The media coverage has been unprecedented. Usually Day 1 focuses on defending champions and top seeds advancing comfortably. Instead, we're writing obituaries for title contenders and celebrating unknown heroes.
Ripple effects extend beyond just the results. Broadcasters had to scramble to cover unexpected storylines. Betting markets were thrown into chaos with massive upsets across multiple matches. Social media exploded with clips of seed after seed falling. This isn't just about individual upsets. This is about the entire tournament narrative being rewritten on Day 1. Contrast in preparation couldn't be starker. Pegula came in having just beaten the world number 1 on grass, with everything seemingly clicking. Cocciaretto came in ranked 116th with a modest 14-17 record this year. Sometimes tennis is beautifully unpredictable in ways that defy all logic and rankings.
What's interesting is that Cocciaretto's ranking drop wasn't due to poor play but health issues. She was in the hospital for a month last year and missed significant time. Her current ranking of 116th doesn't reflect her true ability, as evidenced by her previous high ranking of 29th and her performance today.
From a tournament perspective, this opens up Pegula's section of the draw dramatically. She was seeded third and expected to reach at least the second week. Now players who might have faced her in later rounds have a clearer path. Tennis is often about opportunity, and Cocciaretto has created several for others.
Cocciaretto advances to face either Katie Volinitz or Tatjana Maria in the second round. She's now reached Wimbledon's second round for the third time in her career. Given her form today and her previous grass court success, including reaching the third round here in 2023, she could continue to make waves.
For Pegula, this is a significant setback in what has otherwise been an excellent 2025 season. She's won 3 titles across all 3 surfaces: Austin on hard courts, Charleston on clay, and Bad Homburg on grass. She's the only player to achieve that feat this year, but Grand Slam success remains elusive.
The timing makes this particularly difficult for Pegula. She's 31 years old and still searching for her first Grand Slam title. She reached the US Open final in 2024 and has been a consistent quarterfinalist at majors. Missing opportunities like this, when she came in with such good form, has to be extremely frustrating.
Cocciaretto's post-match interview was particularly moving. She talked about being hospitalized last year, missing Wimbledon 2024, and how pumped she was to return. She said, "The journey of tennis is long. You have to adapt yourself, you have to enjoy, but also you have to deal with life." Today, life dealt her a wonderful surprise.
The crowd on Court 2 witnessed something special, a 58-minute masterclass from an unheralded Italian against one of the world's best players. These are the moments that make tennis compelling, when rankings and expectations mean nothing and it all comes down to who plays better on the day.
Looking at the bigger picture, this result showcases the depth and unpredictability of women's tennis. On any given day, anyone can beat anyone. Cocciaretto proved that rankings, recent form, and head-to-head records are just numbers until the first ball is struck.
What made this upset possible was Cocciaretto's fearless approach. She played with nothing to lose against someone who had everything to lose. When you combine that mentality with genuine talent, which she clearly has, upsets like this become possible. She believed she could win and played like it.
In summary, we've witnessed one of the biggest first-round upsets in Wimbledon history. Elisabetta Cocciaretto defeated Jessica Pegula 6-2, 6-3 in 58 minutes, ending the American's 17-match Grand Slam first-round winning streak and creating the biggest story of the tournament's opening days.
The facts speak for themselves: 17 winners to 5, 0 break points faced, and a performance that announced Cocciaretto's return to the tennis world's attention. Sometimes the most beautiful stories in sport are about resilience, comebacks, and seizing moments when they present themselves.
From Court 2 at Wimbledon to tennis fans worldwide, this is a reminder that in tennis, and in life, anything is possible. Elisabetta Cocciaretto delivered when it mattered most, while Jessica Pegula learned that in tennis, yesterday's victories don't guarantee tomorrow's success. The unpredictability is what makes this sport endlessly fascinating.